Only a madman thinks he can solve his problem with the same thinking he used in creating the problem. So my question is, what's Nigeria's problem before we think of solving it? Anyway, I believe Nigeria is a blessed country. But despite our blessing, we are cursed with disastrous leaders. And that's how I watched recently the entire Delta State cabinet, including the local government administration and the former governor of the state, who was the vice presidential candidate of the People's Democratic Party, PDP, in the 2023 general election. Dr. Ifeanyi Okowa, the campaign to the APC, singing on your mandate we shall stand. Anyway, you will say he's not the first person to jump from one opposition party to the ruling party. But anyway, the person when I saw it for Dino Melaye, you remember during the campaign, Dino Melaye was singing and falling. Baba went oh well, they shattered me local. And Okowa was there laughing. I mean, maybe all this frustration. I know he didn't now. You know, these days you see him, he wake up, he will walk around and be counting plates and spoons and pots and pans and even his vehicles. You know, in retrospect, maybe Okowa was actually laughing at Dino, saying in his mind, if Baba win, I go jump ship. Oh. You never can tell to even the Dino if he jump ship now, because remember, he also came from there. After all, Atiku Abubakar once decamped from PDP to ACN, even as a sitting vice president, and then went back to PDP thereafter, only for him to move into APC, and then back again to PDP. So Okowa is not doing any new thing. He's just following in his Oga's footsteps. But show me really any politicians that has never moved from one party to another in Nigeria. And I will show you their inconsistencies. Don't tell me about Wike. No mention Wike name, because the man now is a Hendeba, you know, enjoying the benefit of two political parties. Even President Tinubu once told us that the only way to solve the problem of Nigeria is to vote out PDP. But today, the same man is doing worse than PDP and is busy chasing PDP people into his party. PDP don't become beautiful bride to APC now. Anyone will come, they just accept them. So what is actually the problem of Nigeria, if you say? If you like, say, APC, PDP, or Labour, you are right. But for me, our problem is not the political parties, but the individuals that inhabit the parties. Individuals like you and I, because the only opportunity some of you never see. Otherwise, you was past them. After all, nothing ACN of Tinubu and Fasholano tell us when they were in opposition. But what is happening today? So I beg, leave all this story. That's why, for me, that's why it is easy for them to cross from one party, that same party that they swore that they will never leave. Don't call it Rufai name. I didn't mention his name. Then move to another party and then back to the same party, because we are all fixated on the symptoms rather than the cause or solution to our problem. And the one where they vex me in all of this is that while the campaign, they will tell you that it is because they want to connect to good governance for their people, or that they want to connect to the center. All a lie. Even look at northern Nigeria today, ravaged by banditry, killing, hunger, lack of education and illiteracy. So, but really, don't get me wrong, because these things are also in the south. You know, but instead of the leaders to unite against poverty, killing, and the menace ravaging their community, they are there united to wrestle power back to the north, as if the 8 years of Buhari eradicated poverty and killing in the north. Today they are quarreling. Oh, everything is south. When it was their turn, it was the same thing. So who they complain today will do the same thing. You know, they will tell us, remember they told us Tinubu once built modern Lagos, even though he didn't do 1/3 of what Alhaji Lateef Jakonde and Mobolaji Johnson and others did. But now when Baba don reach center as president, that, you know, this thing when he build Lagos, he don't off. And then Baba don run enter France. The magic, you know, no they there. Now he's looking for the same PDP people that he once told us destroy Nigeria for 16 years to help him build Nigeria. Oh, my shit. Look at prices of goods and services are not smiling in the country. You know, social services, everything has gone up. And our president, who said it was his turn, is living in opulence, while the rest of his political class are living as if we're in a cash boom, with all their retinue of convoys and vehicles and aid. And even their security can protect a smaller country in Europe. Yet, almighty FCC, they look the other way. They won't look at them. But they're very quick to arrest very dark man for daring, you know, to criticize politicians or do some of the things he does. I might not agree with him, but, you know, and the society produce people like that. And so they're very quick to arrest him for cyber stalking and cyber bullying. And in some cases, even declare somebody wanted over a piece of land transaction. Well, you go reach everybody turn. Everywhere you turn in Nigeria today is one frustration or the other. North, south, east, and west is bleeding as killers are having a feed day to the extent that human lives no longer matter to our leaders, even though our security and welfare have their responsibility. The governors in Plateau, just like his governor in Plateau, just like his predecessor, Dariye and Co., is helpless, even though he's the chief security officer of the state. And then the yes governor, yes father of Benue, is oscillating between saying yes to killing in the state and saying no to the visit of Peter Obi to IDP camp. Anyway, we said that the man will come and disrupt processes. And Peter Obi too, that one too is oscillating and contemplating whether to remain in Labour or whether to go back to PDP or SDP. We don't even know we're in there now. Well, how politicians go keep person with allow that comic relief. And how the people don't see through them still baffles me. But anyway, how we therefore advocate really? For us, until we begin to interrogate ourselves and our political class from the prism of competence as against political parties, we'll continue to have rulers who think that power is more about the paraphernalia of office than the impact they make on the people. You know, remember, do you know who I am mentality? Do you know who you are talking to? Even most of us outside who are criticizing the politicians are worse than those we criticize. An opportunity we never get. Some of us, you see what we do in our offices. Opportunity, when we reach there, we will still pass those that we are criticizing. Anyway, make I pause here before I go talk with you. I'm not supposed to talk so that they don't arrest me for cyber stuff. But you also can add your voice by following us on all our social media platforms, showing on your screen and share your thoughts. Remember, we were once told that we wrestle not against flesh and blood, or principalities, demons, and power, as PDP. But today, those who once pointed the demon to us have turned out to be the real devils. See you next week.